Hello and welcome to what will be the last edition of the RC Model Reviews Not So Weekly News for 2011. And as I speak, the weather outside has turned atrocious again. It's about to start raining, and apparently they say it's going to rain for a whole week. So we'll be seeing in the new year amidst storms and wind and who knows what. It's just the way the weather is at the moment, which is unfortunate because I've got so much to do and so much of it involves filming outside, and if it's raining, I can't do a damn thing about it. Anyway, I've got a long list of stuff to get through today. I'll try and be as quick as I can. And I think, well, first of all, the t-shirt. Remember the deal? Send me a t-shirt, I'll wear it and show everybody else, all the viewers of this channel, what your product or your website or your service is. And today it's obviously from the USA. And I'll turn around so you can get a good look at the back. Hang on. Yeah, I can see that. Wrong Way RC. Wrong Way RC. They sell a number of various products, and I've got quite a few of those products laying around here. I'm happy with the service, I'm happy with the products, I'm quite happy with the prices too. So there you go. Go and have a look at the Wrong Way RC website. Here's the URL along here. Go and have a look and see if you like what they've got on offer. So that's the deal. If you've got a product, service or a website you'd like to promote, send me the t-shirt, I'll wear it, you'll get the exposure. Simple deal, keeps me in clothes during the summer. Right, first of all, a big thanks because it's been a long year with many trials and tribulations, which fortunately is over. Hoping next year will be a whole lot better, but I'd like to thank the following companies for submitting equipment for review during 2011. These are companies that have had the testicular fortitude to send in their products for scrutiny and review, because remember, here at RC Model Reviews there are no favours, I just tell it like it is. And these companies include FrSky. They sent me their telemetry system, and of course this year they brought out also, well, might have been last year, their nice little fast compatible receivers. They've got some new ones this year. It's a good product. It's a good product. I can't deny it's a good product. The telemetry, we're not sure yet. Still got some more testing to do on that. There's been a sort of pre-review on this channel, and I've got some new firmware to put in those telemetry products. We'll see how that goes as soon as the sun comes out. Also FlyDream, they've sent me a range of stuff, servo testers, battery testers, a little altimeter which I'll be putting in my DLG, which is from TopSky, and thank you TopSky. I'm building that DLG now, and there'll be a full review on that, and we'll use that to test out the FlyDream tiny little altimeter when the sun comes out. Jen's Ace sent me some Lipo batteries. I've been testing those, I've been using those. They seem to work quite well. Well, actually, I was quite surprised. One of them, when I went to charge it, had a cell down at 2 volts. I thought, oh, it's toast, but it fully recovered. And I've been using that pack. And why haven't you seen the review? Well, it's simple, because most LiPos out of the box work pretty damn well. It's how they work after 50, 60, 70, 80 cycles. That's what I think is the real mark of a good LiPo pack. And so I'm building up the cycles on those LiPos, and I've already done some measurements. We'll test them when they get to 80 cycles, and we'll see if they're good for the long term. And that can make the difference between a good battery and a bad battery. So watch for that review early in the new year once I've got some more flying hours on them. Fat Shark have sent me the new Dominator FPV goggles, which I'll be including in my series on FPV. Again, the weather, where is the summer? But thank you Fat Shark for sending those in. I've already reviewed the old Fat Shark glasses, and these actually look to be quite an improvement, so you'll be keen to see that. If you're into FPV, you'll want to see that review. Lots of stuff to be seen there. Feiu Tech, well, I call them FY Tech because it's easier. There's the Chinese company. They do the FY21, 31, FY20, FY30. The little gyro stabilization devices you can put in your FPV models. You can put it on anything really. And the FY21 or 31 also has return to launch, which is very handy if you fly FPV. And I've got the FY31, which I'll be putting in my FPV models and testing that out when the sun comes out. Thank you JR. They sent in the XG8, I don't know. Why don't they call it something easy to remember? But anyway, they sent that system in. I've already done part 1 of the review. Part 2 has been filmed. It will be edited up while it's raining, I suppose. Give me something to do over the next few days. And so that'll go up, and that'll be on the bench, and it'll be the teardown. We'll have a look inside that baby, see whether it's as good as you might think it would be for a JR product. Also, thank you Hitec. I've got the A9 there. I'm looking closely at the A9. There have been a few people reported some issues with the A9, which is why I'm kind of glad I didn't rush out or didn't get that review out before now, because I'm going to take some in-depth look at just what those issues might be. And also, there might be some useful information for users of other 2.4 gig systems when we look at what may be causing what some people have said are issues with the Hitec A9. Having said that, a lot of people flown these things for over a year, nearly 2 years, haven't had a single issue at all. So we'll find out why some people do and some people don't. Also looking here, Cox International sent me the little Cox 049, which I've got on the Corflute biplane, which, yes, I know, the disc on which I put that footage has vanished, so I'm going to have to refilm the last bit of that yet again, about the third time I think, so the build video for that little Corflute biplane will be up. Lotus RC, they sent me the T580 quadcopter and a replacement controller board because apparently the quadcopters have the flip of death. I've been flying it with the replacement board. I haven't had a flip of death yet. I see on Ali Shanmau's channel that they've sent him new ESCs and he thinks that has solved the problem, but mine never flipped. So maybe it seems like it's a heat related thing. I might thrash it during the summer and maybe we'll get some good footage of the T580 self-destructing. You never know. Now, I think it's time to talk about some top products. 2011, there's been quite a few products released. I've reviewed a bit of stuff. Some stuff I've been using and I've discovered that it's really, really quite good. And these are the top products. These are my top products of 2011. And first is the model you see behind me, the AXN Floater. Now that has been my most often flown model of the year. It is just a brilliant model. If you go to my XJet channel as well, you'll see plenty of video of myself and other people in this club flying the AXN. We fly them in winds of 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, ground speeds of 110 miles an hour when you're going downwind. And you fly them around at knee height at about, 7 or 8 miles an hour. They're so damn versatile. With thermal soaring them the other day, the sun came out and they were big thermals and I'm getting 30 minutes out of a 10-second motor run. It's brilliant. I could fly all day and still have to discharge my battery to put it on storage at the end of the day. They're just a damn brilliant plane. And based on the feedback I've been getting, and I did the 3-part build video on this channel not so long ago, based on the feedback I've been getting from people, everyone that's bought them also likes them. I just wish I had shares in the AXN company, but I don't. I don't have shares in any RC companies, so they're not giving me any money to promote the product. I'm just telling you because I think it's something that every RC flyer should have for that day, those days when you don't feel like risking your other models, or you just want to lay back and enjoy a bit of peaceful, quiet flying. AXN, top product. Another top product is the Turnigy 9X. Now this isn't a Turnigy 9X because the Turnigys are made by FlySky. So the FlySky 9X. I've got, what have I got in my little store of transmitters now? I've got the JRX-G8, which I got, about 2 months, month or two ago. I've got the Hitec Aurora 9. I've got a JR9303/9X2. I've got a Hitec Eclipse 7, I've got a Hitec Optic 6, I've got a lot of radios, and some of them are really expensive, like, the new JR, it's a really expensive radio for an 8-channel radio. But the radio I use most often is this damn thing, well, one of these, not this particular one, but one of these things, because for the price, they're unbeatable value. I mean, they're not the best radio on the market, I've got to be honest, they're not the best radio on the market, but they're the best radio you can buy for 60 or 70 bucks, including shipping. You can't get anything better than that for the price. That's it. It's a wonderful product. It's got a lot of people into flying that might not have otherwise got into flying. I remember the days when a Futaba Sky Sport 4, an old FM 4-channel radio with dry cell batteries and, just on whatever, 72, 35, 40 megahertz, whatever. I remember when they cost 200 bucks. And now, for a fraction of that price, you get a 9-channel computerized radio. And of course, you can do so much with these too. You can upgrade the software with the right equipment. You can put backlights in there. You can just add telemetry. And as they come in the stock form with the Turnigy 2.4 system, they're great for park flyers and small nitro models and things. But if you want something a little better, if you want really small receivers and you want fail-safe and you want the strength of something like the FrSky system, well, it takes half an hour and you can convert them to FrSky, and then you've got a really top-notch 2.4 system that will compete with any of the major brands in terms of the resilience and the strength of the control, the strength of signal and the amount of control, resilience to interference. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. That's a top product for 2011. I think it came out before 2011. Another top product, speaking of 2.4, DSM-X. Yes, I have to say it, DSM-X is currently leading the pack in terms of its performance in the area of interference and providing a rock-solid link between the transmitter and the receiver. Now, some people have said, oh, you're anti-Spektrum, you hate Spektrum, you don't like Horizon. No, I've nothing to do with that. Nothing I've ever said has been based on any personal bias or prejudice. It's all based on the facts. It's all based on the tests, the work I've done here to evaluate these products. And as I've said before, DSM-2 passed its best by date. It was a good product when it came in, but today it's a crap product. It doesn't have the headroom to protect your model from interference and other problems. DSM-X, brilliant product. They've gone from the bottom of the pack to the top in one fell swoop. Simple as that. No one pays me to say that. That's just the facts. What else have we got here? Oh, the high definition keychain cameras. They're brilliant. Now you've seen some videos on this channel and also on my XJet channel of the keychain cameras at work, and they're not a GoPro. They do have color balance issues, and you know, they're not as good as a GoPro, but they're $40. And how much is a GoPro? A couple hundred? So again, it's all about value. The other thing is that these keychain cameras are so small, you can stick them on a foamy. You can't put a GoPro on a foamy, it won't get off the ground. So I'm going to put the keychain on the rear bear I've got behind me. I've put it on the AXN plenty of times, and so you can just, a bit of Velcro, you can stick it on anything you like. And speaking of Velcro, another top product for 2011 is this stuff from HobbyKing. It's for, I don't know how much this is, about $5 or $6 or something, I can't remember, but you get a meter of the damn stuff, and it's really, really good Velcro. It blows me away. You know, I thought, oh, that's all I'll ever need is a meter, but no, I bought a second lot because once you've got it, you find so many uses for it. Really good top product for the year. So that's my quick roundup of top products, and also top shops. Okay, where do you go to buy your stuff? Now, I don't endorse individual suppliers. I don't take money to promote companies. I've got to keep basically down to my own experience and the facts. And interestingly enough, there was a website I saw the other day, someone pointed at me, which said I was a HobbyKing sock puppet or something, I was in HobbyKing's back pocket. Well, that's a load of crap for a start. If you've read my reviews, you'll see that I've said plenty of bad things about HobbyKing when they deserve it. And people say, you get lots of free stuff from HobbyKing. Well, I'll show you my account on HobbyKing, and it's all bought and paid for. Except HobbyKing did send me this lovely F22 Raptor. It's a beautiful model. Look at this. I mean, oh, that's lovely, isn't it? It's crap. Okay, so when a product is crap, this was the Fly It Yourself F22 Raptor. I got it in the freebie giveaway they had, but I think it was about 2 years ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. Anyway, they said if you pay the postage, we'll send you a mystery box. And in my box was this. And I flew it yesterday, and it did one circuit, the elevators fell off, and it crashed into the runway into a million pieces. So there you go. HobbyKing have sent me free stuff, in fact, but it's crap, and I'll tell you it's crap. I don't think they actually stock that anymore. It was like, I think it was an evaluation one they got in, and they decided not to carry it obviously for very good reasons. So there you go. No, I actually get far less free stuff from HobbyKing from anywhere else. I think they've sent me some motors, a couple of speed controllers, and had to pay the postage on that. So there you go. That's all the other stuff I get from HobbyKing I pay for, like everybody else, like you do. And sometimes when they screw up, like when they forgot to send my 9X, I tell everyone. You know, if they make a mistake, I'll tell people. Simple as that. They get no favors from me. But having said that, in top shops for 2011, all those Chinese shops out there, you know, the ones you go online, you find the product, fill your card up, pay for it, and then a week or two later, the product turns up. And they're so damn cheap. They're so damn cheap. So that has really changed the face of this hobby. Now you can buy stuff online for a fraction of the price you'd have to pay at your local hobby shop. And there's good stuff, there's bad stuff, I guess, but that's where the internet comes in. You can soon find out what's good and what's bad by visiting forums and just doing a Google search and whatever. And HobbyKing I put in there because they've got pretty much the lowest prices that I've seen online. Okay, you got to remember, HobbyKing is not your local hobby shop. You'll buy stuff from HobbyKing and sometimes it won't work. I bought a whole lot of these ESCs, they're brilliant little ESCs. This is the 2530 Simple Series ESC. I love them for the AXNs. The AXNs seem to go a little bit faster with these than with any other ESC. And they're about $5 or $6 or something. $5 or $6 for an ESC. And one of them, when I plugged it in, the smoke came out. Oh no, what do I do? Well, I just threw it in the rubbish, because if I'd bought this locally, it'd cost me $25. So I got it for a fifth the price I'd pay locally. So if 1 out of the 4 I bought, the smoke comes out, I don't really give a damn. I've still saved myself a heap of money. And people have to realize that. If you're going to shop with these Chinese shops, then sometimes the products you buy won't work. And if they don't work, well, you just write it off to experience. I'm not going to spend $20 to send the broken one back to HobbyKing and try and claim a warranty. Forget it. That's not the way you shop online. If you're shopping online from China, you have to be prepared to write off every dollar you spend, because Chinese quality control is just not that good. I mean, maybe one day they'll get there, but at the moment, it's a bit of a pig in a poke, and some of the stuff you get's not going to work. But HobbyKing, with these little things like these $5 speed or $6 speed controllers, they've changed the face of the hobby. batteries. A 3-cell, 2200 milliampere hour. What's this one? It's about a 25C or something. I don't know. I can't even read because my glasses are need updating. It's a 20 to 30C, 2200 3-cell Lipo. I think these are about $9, under $10 anyway. In the local shops here, these are $50. So if I buy a bunch of these and one of them's got a dud cell, I don't really give a damn because I've still saved a heap of money. I'm not going to cry in my soup about it. Servos, these little 9-gram servos that HobbyKing, or 10-gram I think they call them, bloody brilliant. I mean, sure you can go to the local hobby shop or somewhere else and pay $5 a servo, but these are $1, well they're under $2 and they work really well. I've bought dozens of them because I use them in so many models. Great, so in that regard, HobbyKing and all those other Chinese model shops, they're doing this hobby a wonderful service. As long as you're careful, as long as you understand that the dollar you spend may not produce any results at all because you may get a dud one. I've had one of these dud out of the box. One of those. Fortunately, so far, I think all my Lipos have been pretty good, but hey, that's the risk you take when you shop online from China, but everyone's doing it, and that's just the way it is. And I'm not in HobbyKing's pocket, I'm not in High Model's pocket, I'm not in anybody's pocket. I just tell you my experiences and my opinions, and well, based on my research. So there we go. Now, top people. Who are the top people for 2011? Well, to be totally honest, it's you. It's the people that have been watching my videos, the people that have been going to the website, joining in the forums. It's because you have been so nice, and sometimes a lot of people have donated money, small amounts of money, sometimes not so small. Those donations have enabled me to spend more time and buy more product because, I mean, okay, that list of people I've read it before, they've sent me free product. There's a lot of stuff I still have to buy, all these batteries and stuff from HobbyKing I have to buy, all the other stuff that you've seen, like the rear bear and all my AXNs, I have to buy those. No one sends me AXNs for free. So I spend a lot of money buying stuff. Things like this, you know, I mean, it's another HobbyKing. 55 or under $60 for a good 50 size nitro motor. Bloody brilliant. So I spend a lot of money buying stuff, and that money mainly comes from my own pocket and from people like you who make a kind donation to keep this whole thing rolling along. And as I mentioned, I think in an earlier video, this is now going to be a full-time gig for me. Starting in the new year, I'm basically a full-time RC product reviewer, which means I'll be living on cans of beans and dry crusts of bread. So, but I'll be bringing you the information you need to know to make sensible product choices. Now, next year, of course, I'll be revamping the website. The website sort of grew. I didn't know whether it was going to take off or not, or whether it was worthwhile, so I did it pretty quickly, and it's starting to show a little bit of stress due to the way it's been designed. It's not very automated, so it takes me a lot more work to create new content, but I'll be changing that, putting in some kind of content management system so I can post stuff more quickly. There'll be a lot more and a lot better, I hope, videos going up because there'll be more products reviewed because I'll be doing it full time. And there'll also be more build videos because a lot of people have been quite complimentary about the build videos, and it seems that people can learn as much from a build video as from a review because you can see how easily it all goes together and if there's any problems and what extra bits you might need. So more build videos. If you want a particular model built, send me or put a message on here or send me a private message and I will see if I can do it. Remember, of course, funds are not unlimited. There'll be more stuff on FPV, of course, because we're waiting for the sun to come out. All that stuff's sitting over there on a table waiting to be thrown into the air, and I've done some cool little stuff. I've got a multi-channel diversity controller I've built up, really cheap and easy and quick. Anyone can build one, and it will handle up to 8 receivers going into a single set of glasses. I've also done some very small FPV transmitters that you can build. So little bits and pieces like that, but if you want some more DIY projects, some of those are coming along. There'll be, hopefully, because I see HobbyKing are getting into turbines, and if they're getting into turbines, I'm going to see if I can get one and review it and show you how to set up a turbine model from scratch, because I know a lot of people would like to get into jets, but the price is pretty spendy. It costs a lot of money to get into jets. You've got not only the price of the turbine, but you've got to use good quality servos, you've got to use good quality RC, you're going to have retracts most likely, you're going to have an airframe that stands up to the abuse. So I'm going to try and show you how to settle that up for the minimum cost and hopefully get a reliable model out of it in the end. Now, no best of would be complete without some brickbats, the things that I thought were pretty poo during the year, and the first as well. You've seen I've reviewed, what have I reviewed so far? I've reviewed the DX8, I'm in the process of reviewing the XG8, the Turnigy 9X, the Hitec Aurora 9. Missing from the list is the Futaba 8FG. Now, unfortunately, nobody around here flies Futaba 8FG. We've got some people flying the old gear, the 9C and the 10C, but nobody flies the 8FG. I can't get my hands on one for love nor money. And so I contacted Futaba and said, look, I'm reviewing the contemporary 8 to 9 channel radio sets. Would you like to have the 8FG reviewed? If so, could you make a unit available for review and I'll send it back or whatever, even a local deal or something? Nah, didn't even reply. I sent the email to, I think it's HobbyKing, Great Plains, don't want to know. So the 8FG may be the best radio on the market, but I'll never know because I don't have one, can't get my hands on one. Sorry, if I can't actually test it, I can't tell you if it's any good. So there you go. Sorry, Futaba, a brickbat there. You didn't even seem to want to have any involvement. It's actually, just like Spektrum, didn't care, don't want to know. Fair enough, your choice. HobbyKing, brickbat for HobbyKing. Unfortunately, HobbyKing have brought us all these really cheap prices and stuff, and sometimes their service is shit, but, oh sorry, I can't say that on YouTube. Sometimes their service is less than perfect. But they've got us used to low prices. When you go into the local hobby shop, you just about have a heart attack because the prices in the local hobby shop are so high, but you do get usually your support and service, which is why you pay the high prices in the local hobby shop. So a brickbat for HobbyKing for making it all far too cheap and lowering our expectations in terms of, raising our expectations in terms of what we'll get for a hobby dollar. And the same goes for the other Chinese hobby shops, and there are plenty of them. There's High Model and RC Timer and all those. They've all done the same thing. They've made us become used to getting a lot more for our dollar. So it's probably a good thing, but in some ways it's a bad thing because China's going to change soon. I mean, labour rates are going up in China, and I think the days of the cheap RC product are probably coming near to an end. It's only a year's time we're going to be paying more for our RC products. So stock up now, I suppose, if you can. Another brickbat for the weather. It's supposed to be summer here. We had about 2 or 3 days of brilliantly sunny, fine weather, of course, when everyone was rushing around buying Christmas gifts and things, so not much time for flying. And now that we've got some time to sit back and go flying, we've got a tropical cyclone descending on us. Well, how does that work? That's no good. And also we had a crap spring, had a great winter, but the spring has been terrible. Lots of wind and rain and, but it's only weather, I suppose. It'll change. Also, a brickbat to camera manufacturers. I'm talking about video camera manufacturers. As you know, I'm using my now 9-year-old Panasonic mini DV camera and works really well, but it's not HD. Even though this video says HD, it's upscaled from a 16:9 standard definition picture. And I would really like to use a new one, as I've said on a number of occasions. I'd like to replace this camera, but it's so hard to find one that's got the features this camera has at anything under the prosumer price levels of $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. And I've looked at the second-hand market, but the second-hand ones, most of them have been dinged and dropped and kicked and got many, many hours on them. So you could just be buying a big bag of trouble. So I went to the camera manufacturers and said, look, between my two channels, it's coming up to 20 million views. And a lot of people say, wow, what camera are you using? And I really like your videos. So wouldn't it be great if you gave me a really good deal on the camera and I'd give you a promo on the front or the back of every video that I filmed with it? Nah, don't even get a reply from these people. They're not interested. So must be really, really busy times in the consumer electronics market. And they're busy spending a fortune advertising elsewhere, I suppose. And they don't need my help. Well, good for them. Now, one more thing. I've written a book, and it's called The Missile Man. You may have seen it advertised or promoted, not really advertised, but promoted on some of my websites. I think I put it on the, I don't think I put it on the RC Model Reviews website, but on my interestingprojects.com website and on my aardvark.co.nz website, there are links to this, the little overview of the book. The book will be coming out very early in the new year. It'll be an ebook initially, so you better buy it for your Kindle or your whatever and download it. And it's all about my experiences of a few years ago with cruise missiles and the US government, and it's quite an interesting intrigue story. There's spies and there's terrorists and there's all sorts of things that you wouldn't believe could happen in a quiet little country like New Zealand. It also covers some of the other stuff I did. I went off to the UK and did a stint on the UK Scrap Heap Challenge TV series and a stint on the behind the scenes on the Junkyard Mega Wars series. A whole lot of stuff you may find interesting. Anyway, a little bit about my life, almost an autobiography, but mainly focusing on the events that have punctuated my life and made it what it is. So there you go, a bit of free advertising I'm giving myself here on the RC Model Reviews channel. But that's it, that's the wrap up for 2011. It's been a really long video, sorry about that. If you've got any questions, comments, whatever, stick them on the bottom of the video. And remember, she's a full-time gig now, so all those donations that you make will be put to very good use, and I thank you for them. It'll be brilliant if I can start off with a little bit of money in the bank, because I've got to tell you, the Christmas season has really wiped me out, and I hope to get off on a more even keel in the new year. And if you want stuff reviewed, let me know. And another thing, if you're buying a product from a supplier or whatever, and you're buying it because you've seen the review on RC Model Reviews, why not just include a mention that, hey, I saw this on RC Model Reviews and I've decided to buy it. Now, I don't get any kickbacks. I'm not on any kind of affiliate scheme. There's nothing. It doesn't matter how many or how little of a product sells. I don't see any money for it. You know, as I said, I'd love to have $1 for every AXN that have been sold because of the videos I've posted, but I don't. And in fact, I really wouldn't want to have $1 because it could compromise my objectivity. My goal is just to bring you the facts, not to be swayed by earning money. As you know, I mean, let's face it, some people are in the game of reviewing stuff more because they see it as a way to make a fortune. I don't. And that's quite fortunate because I don't make a fortune at all. That's it. Thank you for watching during 2011. It's been a great year in some ways, it's been a crap year in other ways. I'm looking forward to 2012 because I'll be able to bring you lots more stuff, and hopefully it'll be a much better year for everybody. So good luck and best wishes to you and yours, and I'll see you very early in the new year with the first of the new reviews coming your way. Bye for now.